Every day in the United States, thousands of individuals go to work as peace officers and are faced with life and death decisions, aftermath of suicides, broken bodies in car crashes, and experience hate from what can seem like everywhere. These experiences can lead to vicarious trauma, compassion fatigue, cynicism, and increased symptoms of depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Untreated, these symptoms lead officers to being 20% more likely to divorce and 54% more likely to die by suicide than the average American worker. The good news is, all of this is preventable with proper therapeutic services.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Nick Loudermilk with the Walla Walla Police Department. Even in small towns like ours, we've seen firsthand the toll that untreated vicarious trauma can take on law enforcement officers. Over the years, 3 officers who have served with the Walla Walla Police Department have succumbed to their mental health struggles. This grant presents an incredible opportunity. If awarded, it would allow us to bring in a licensed therapist for 1 day a week and provide on-site mental health services to our officers. With $50,000, we could sustain this program for at least a year and possibly longer. Offering therapy services within the department has several advantages. The therapist would have regular, in-person interaction with staff, helping to reduce the stigma around mental health and allowing relationships and trust to develop naturally. One of the most significant barriers to accessing treatment is our work schedule. We work odd hours and are often called in on our days off for court, training, or respond as part of specialized teams to emergency situations. This makes attending regularly scheduled therapy sessions very difficult. Having a clinician present in our office would completely eliminate this barrier and allow every officer to have immediate access to services while they are on duty.
Hi, I'm Elena Brenton. I'm the owner and chief clinical officer at Anchor Point Counseling. I was at GISA doing a business deposit when I looked up at the reader board and I just happened to see information about the Local Heroes Grant. I immediately got really excited. I knew that Josh Griffin, one of our counselors here at Anchor Point Counseling, has a real passion and a skill set for serving first responders. He's got a unique skill set that allows him to reach that population in a way that I've never seen another provider reach them. This has been a vision we've had for quite a few years now, to be able to partner with our local police department, and we just didn't have the way to do it. I think that this grant would help us reach that vision in a way that would make it tangible, actionable, and make some real difference in our community.
Hi, my name is Josh Griffin. I'm a licensed independent clinical social worker in Washington State, and I've been working as a therapist with Anchor Point Counseling since 2021. Prior to this career, I spent over 16 years working as a first responder and spent 8 years in the Army with combat experience in Afghanistan during Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Resolute Support. I have a passion for working with first responders and have personal and professional experience in addressing the problems they face both at work and at home. Police officers in particular have a discomfort with therapy, and for good reason. Historically, officers who seek out therapy are labeled by their peers as being weak or vulnerable, and in some cases are placed on administrative leave until they receive a clean bill of mental health to return to work. These fears create an aversion to therapy, which is unfortunately grounded in reality, in spite of that reality existing years ago. The most effective way to smash through these fears and normalize therapy is to place a clinician in the building with the officers. Here, the clinician can prove their trustworthiness, they can speak to several employees in a day, and they can provide immediate and effective care for the individuals putting their lives on the line to create a safer place for us to live our lives.
Help us care for our officers in the best way possible by providing immediate access to effective health care through this partnership with Anchor Point Counseling.